that there are measures taken that could help or that could support the pressure on Turkey. But the problem is that there are no action taken. There are no follow-up. There are the decisions and there are the meetings and there are the reports. But then what next? And I think that is the problem. And as long as they don't follow up this, and we just have to wait to the next meeting, the next year or the next 4 years before a similar statement come. But in between, there should be much more action taken from the side of the European institutions. There are so many organizations that press and press and that monitors and that informs the UN bodies and the European bodies, but the problem is they don't take it up. Of course, I know that it is not easy because there are so many political hindrances and the geopolitical situation sometimes don't allow these organizations to take action. But they should not come up with all these statements if they had no strategy for how to follow up, how to take measures against this. It's very important that the Committee of Ministers continue to urge Turkey to comply with the European Court's rulings of 2014. But the outcome of the meeting remains very uncertain. Turkey has not yet introduced any legislative changes to allow the possibility of parole for Mr. Öcalan or others serving aggravated life sentences. So during the 17th September meeting, the Committee of Ministers could ask Turkey for an explanation regarding failure to implement the ruling. A legal and human rights organization, as I said, has already urged Committee of Ministers to apply pressure on Turkey on this issue. So it can happen, it might happen that the committee increase its scrutiny, urging more action. That might be, but we don't know because they all seem a little cautious about Turkey. They don't want to push it too hard. So it's but they should pressure them on showing what they really and that they really take up this compliance. But we have to wait until the result of the meeting to see what actually has happened. And political factors, as I said, and Turkish judicial and political stance may limit the likelihood of any immediate changes regarding Öcalan sentence. So we have to be realistic. We have to see on the previous experiences from similar meetings. But the broader issue is also that this affects thousands of other prisoners in Turkish prisons. It's still very uncertain what comes out of it. Of course, we hope that it will be a very constructive meeting. We hope that Turkey will finally start to listen and do something. They did some formal factors, but it's not enough. It's not what it's really about. But I think we just have to wait and see what comes out of it and hope for the best. And if there is no if we see no concrete action plan behind the result or the conclusion of the meetings, we others outside, we have to just continue to press all these bodies and departments within the European, the Council of Europe to do more and to do more. I think that's so far the best we can do. But it will be very exciting to see what they come up with after this meeting. I've been working with the Kurds for over 20 years, all the time. it's a very important issue for me, and it's very important for me that the Kurds are seeing some light in the tunnel. And I think they will, but it takes time, and things are urgent. Things are burning, like the case of Öcalan. But I also, during these 20 years, things have happened, positive things have happened. The Kurds are much more aware, have much more consciousness about the situation now than 20 years ago, and that is extremely positive. So in our varying and in our work, we should not forget that there has been improvements. There has been a lot of positive things has happened during these, like say, these 20 or 30 years. And that is that should be the energy behind the work. That we know that with hard work, things will happen. And things will happen, it will develop. But at the time, there are so many negative developments regarding Turkey and the political stance of Erdogan and the government. But we have to believe that we will overcome some of these challenges and just keep on working. Keep on doing the good work that is already done and keep looking for new possibilities.